Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Flesh Wound Farce, where we review and discuss your and our favorite comedy films. This is the world's first and only combination trivia host and professional wrestling announcer of Chilean descent that currently resides in Southern California, Ozzy V. And with me, as always, on this program, first in the Northern California Bay Area, world's famous juggler, Greg Larson. How you doing, Greg?
Man, I am fantastic. Got to see this sweet movie once again. So a good snoochie boochies to each and every one of you. How are you doing, Ozzy?
I feel I can see the future, and I just had a line come to mind that's gonna come from Todd, and I'm gonna write this down so that way when he says it, I'm gonna be like, "This is what I predicted." Flesh Room producer Todd, how are you?
What's up? Chilling.
Loving the movies visor. By the by, Todd.
You got the movies visor, and Greg sporting the movies
movie
jersey.
We just need a cow tipper, and we're solid.
I got a name tag too, but I didn't write it down.
Right. So unfortunately, I don't have any movies merchandise.
I'll show up the other stuff later.
So, excuse me, what was that, Todd?
I said I'll show you the other stuff later when we're talking about the movie, but I think we need to do something else.
Kick off with the trailer, don't we?
Yes, that's what
okay. So real quick, we had this CLERKS 2 release on July 21st, 2006 with a runtime of 97 minutes. Obviously rated R. Todd, let's roll the trailer.
All right.
Terrorist? I left the coffee pot on again, didn't I?
Never before.
32 and you're flipping burgers? Is anyone else from our graduating class back there?
Well, so many. Done so little.
Sometimes I wish I did a little more of my life instead of hanging out in front of places. Maybe be an astronaut. Be the first to find a new alien life form.
And nail it.
That
ADR, ladies and gentlemen.
Most of had flies, don't it?
Ew.
No subject is too sacred.
Those Hobbit movies were boring as hell. Say what you will about Jesus, but leave the rings out of it.
No moment is too personal.
I think there's something going on between you two.
We had sex one night after work a few weeks ago. What? Where? Here, on the prep station.
Oh, that was just wrong.
No dream is too big.
We are gonna peep something we've been talking about since we saw Bachelor Party when we were 12.
I'm disgusted and repulsed, and I can't look away.
Close to
One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
A certain line was missing. Produced by... Never mind.
Of course. That was CLERKS 2, written and directed by Kevin Smith, starring Brian O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, Rosario Dawson, and Trevor Furman as Elias. Initial thoughts on this one. From the very beginning that it was announced, I was super stoked for it. And when it came out, it did not disappoint. It definitely did a great job building on, well, just being another film in the View Askew verse. And it wasn't just there for cheap cash grab, actually advanced story. So it was good to see that be advanced in such a way. Greg?
Yeah, same thing when this was announced, super excited for it. I was upset when so many people bashed it at first, and I'm just like, you can't make people happy, I guess. And this was the first movie that introduced me to Rosario Dawson, and thank you, CLERKS 2, for that. But I am a huge fan of everything. Kevin Smith, even Tusk, Walrus, yes. So yeah, I was.
Is it really even Tusk, or should it be even Jersey Girl?
Jersey Girl gets a little too much hate than it should. It's just a dumb
it's-
romantic comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Even yoga hosers. Maybe that's yeah.
Pugs is a big yoga hosers guy, I believe.
Yeah, the
He's
Bratzies,
like the
man. It's good stuff.
Todd?
Well, interesting side note on this. Oh yeah, I was a huge Clerks fan. Couldn't wait for this. This was shot at my childhood Burger King.
Nice.
That's right. Burger King is in Buena Park, or that particular location was in Buena Park, California. You'll notice there are some scenes where in the background you'll see a sign that says auditorium. And if you were to drive by that area in Buena Park, California, which, by the way, Buena Park is the most similar to New Jersey of Orange County, so it's pretty accurate. But the auditorium there sign is still there.
That's actually not now.
I drove by it like 2 weeks ago.
Well, it's a different logo. It's not the one seen in the movie, is what I mean.
Okay, but it's still that same.
Yeah,
building
it looks
is
the
still
same.
there.
Other than
And you would see like a Firestone tire shop across the street and some scenes that's still there. Todd, unless you're going to tell me, nope, not anymore.
The only thing gone is the Millennium Output. Yeah, that's where I used to buy all my Dickies and shit. The Millennium Outlet. That's what it was.
Right.
And
also a block away from Knott's Berry Farm.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. And there is one shot. If you know what you're looking for, you can see the tower.
Really?
Oh, nice.
What can you relate?
It's in your favorite scene. I'm guessing.
No, I guarantee it's not.
Okay.
We'll actually, that's a great segue. I'll get into the favorite scene right now. This favorite scene was not only was it a favorite scene because obviously it was entertaining, but it was something that I felt so passionately about because no, stop. Just stop.
Okay.
In the mid 2000s, after Lord of the Rings came out, there was so much just fawning over these movies, and Randall's monologue on them made me roll with laughter the first time, and still makes me roll with laughter every single time he goes over it, because that was a perfect way for Kevin Smith to be like, hey, chill out, there's only one return, not of the king, it's of the Jedi.
That's right.
I have a little asterisk to that too. I've only seen the first two Lord of the Rings. After that, I was like, I don't want to see any more. Right. And I've never finished them. And it drives my wife and it drives Pugs insane. And normally me not to finish something like that is pretty, As of this recording, it has
that's pretty funny. Greg?
Well, I do have to say that was hands down my favorite moment, because I as well, not a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I watched them, was like, I don't get what the big deal is. So the way he summarized the movies, I was like, yeah, like I don't get it. So anyway, so another moment. Gosh, there's so many. I'm just gonna have to say, it's not like he's Anne Frank. Like it was. There's just so many great lines within this.
Oh yeah, we'll have a second round after Todd here.
Okay, good, because I got a couple. Man, this was a hard one. I'll go with this one first because I think my other might. Pillow pants.
Yes. Oh man.
I will tell you, I've always loved this movie, but like I laughed harder than I have in a while watching this one, like more than last time I watched it too.
Awesome.
Yeah, so Trevor Furman as Elias,
golden.
There was one particular moment when Randall tells him to shut up and calls him a GoBot. And it just pans to him, and the look he has on his face just made me lose it.
The callback though.
Yeah,
Sorry?
the look. No, you can't really see it in camera, but yes, I have the look after GoBot.
I love the payoff with Jason Lee though. Oh yeah, they're like the Kmart Transformers.
But speaking of him, the moment of I'm sorry, Jesus. Like,
I mean, we could honestly go on for days talking about these favorite moments. It's no surprise that it's going to be a 5 for me. I can't really. I mean, I guess I should address something because I got mad at Once Bitten for having a musical dance scene, right?
I believe this film was brought up at that time.
Right. And here's why I'd forgive Clerks 2 in that sense for having this musical dance scene is because this is established a cartoon-like world. Okay. You have Buddy Christ as a cartoon mascot. I'm not done. Okay. I am so not done. As seen in the trailer, you have him literally taking ice out of the urinal, flies from a fly trap, putting it into a burger and serving that somebody. That's not something that would happen in real life. So the entire time throughout the movie, you're being told like, hey, like not real. Whereas Once Bitten is like, oh, but we're going to try to be real, but there's a vampire here.
Yeah,
like
you kind of lose that argument with if they're trying to be real, they wouldn't have a vampire.
No. It's putting the vampire in the real world, whereas just making the entire world comedy-esque. I mean, just Once Bitten was just bad.
Your pick. We're coming up on a year on that one.
Oh, damn it. Anyways, but no, I honestly, when it comes to like the dance scene in Clerks 2, it's more like, well, this is more cartoon-esque, whereas Once Bitten just felt like trying to be more just a funny movie. So that's where I just felt the difference was.
I do disagree though. This is more grounded than any of the other View Askew stuff. The Clerk stuff is always the most grounded. Not like Jay and Silent Bob, not like Reboot, not like
Chasing Amy.
Chasing Amy's like, yeah. So, but those two, like you have Mallrats the other way.
Yeah.
I think this is more grounded. I
see what you're saying, but at the same time, there's extremes that happen like in cartoon humor, right? And
who's that all involve?
Sorry?
It doesn't all the cartoony stuff is Jay and Bob stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not necessarily. I mean, I would say a lot of Randall has cartoony stuff, specifically when he is confused that a particular saying is a racial slur. And when he starts listing off everything in front of like that's not like, to me, that's not like a real life scene. That's like a cartoon scene. So again, there's tons of things like this. Or why would Dante open the bathroom to tell somebody to shut up as he's taking a dump?
Yeah.
You know, like just tons of these moments just to like, hey, you know, not really real, you know. And also if you're watching the unrated version, you'll see a particular scene featuring Jay reenacting another scene.
There's only one cut of this.
There has to be an unrated. Hold on a second. Wait.
No, there's only one cut.
Yeah.
Then there must be like a deleted scene because there is a. Hold on a second.
There's my DVD gift set.
Nice.
I thought there was an
See, look, Ozzy, right here. DVD gift set.
Okay, yeah, all right.
But it's cool.
Look how big my dick is.
Well, I'm trying to. I didn't save this for 100 years not to show it off. It turns into like a Happy Meal.
Oh, look
that's
at that.
So cool.
And it came with the hat.
You didn't even do the word search at the back?
I did. I saw plastic on it. That's how my OCD works.
You can't even just do like a highlighter?
Me taking this out of the packaging was weird. Yeah, it has a name tag. I didn't fill it out.
So, but speaking of other, because I mean, you never know what you're going to find in that word search. So what I did is I did pause the film at one point. Now, this was as Randall is typing on wheelieblog.org. I paused the entire post, or as much as I could, for what Randall said, because Randall summarizes what he tells Dante about yelling at the kid with the wheelchair. I paused it and actually wrote down everything that he says. First of all, he's logged in as Darth Randall. And it's wheelieblog.org. The subthread is just being handy, right? The title is Cry, Crippy boy, cry. Hey, you Crippy boy. If you want to cry to mommy, let me get my dick out of her face so she can hear you. And another thing, I think walking is highly overrated. I'd much rather drive to the end of the block than walk. What are you complaining for? You don't have to wait in line at Disneyland, asshole. And I'm not able to catch the rest of this, but it goes in to say, I hope you do walk again, then you'll see. And then the camera cuts, and I couldn't get any more of that. But I never thought to pause it at that moment to see everything that he types out, and there you go.
That's golden.
There was some also when Dante and Randall drive by the quick stop as it's burnt. There's, I don't know if you guys had a chance to pause of all the graffiti that's on there. But let's see. Of all the things, because there was a lot of random stuff, but my favorite was just Stuart's mom is a big fat hooker. That just, as I was just reading all of them, that one just made me laugh because it was like dead in the center. And at the very end credits, so in the Blu-ray, after the film was done, after the end credits, it's all done, they put up there was like a 12-minute clip that said movies Clerks 2 MySpace friends. And because this was 2006, it was, MySpace time, right? And it lists a ton of names that apparently were all MySpace friends with this movies 2 MySpace.
Nice.
Wow.
I did look for all 3 of our names, which were not there. And I don't know why my sister's name was on there. That was weird. I'm looking for Ozzy Venegas. Ozzy. What is my sister doing? This is weird. So, but anyhow, lots of fun stuff with Clerk. Is it streaming anywhere, Todd?
I was going to talk about that. It is not streaming for free, but it finally returned to like rental and
Did you say return?
Returned.
Okay. It
Like
sounded
of the
like
king.
You messed up and you said returned.
Well, maybe I did.
That's what you should call Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
So yeah, it's finally available on streaming. I mean, there was some kind of legal tie-ups with the producer to get it back on, but it's back on streaming, so everyone can be happy.
Well, perfect. The streaming where specifically?
Oh no, anywhere you have to. It's not a free. It's a VOD, but it's finally back
available on digital.
Yeah.
If you don't own it, you're probably going to want to own it, especially if you've seen the first one.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to want to see this one. And again, Clerks 3 will be out this week. Most likely by the time that you're finished watching this, you're going to have a ticket for Clerks 3. As mentioned last week, just go ahead, hop onto Fandango, search for Clerks 3, and you'll get the nearest showtimes in your area. Again, not a sponsor. So if you want to be cool, Fandango, just saying.
If not, I'll tell them to go to Fathom events.
Oh, them's fighting words.
They don't get their cut. Actually, I think Fathom events sends them back to Fandango, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, that's actually
now bets on if Kevin Smith's mom is going to be searching for milk in the third movie.
If she's not, are you not going to be disappointed?
Oh, I'd be totally disappointed.
You know what? They could do it when they're filming the scene, like if they film the scene in the movie within the movie.
Yeah.
I would hope she actually finds finally the good gallon of milk.
I'm waiting for Clerks 4 when it's Dante's funeral, and then we can do that.
Jeez. Why does
Hey Ozzy, I had a question about your championship.
Yeah?
I was just reading it.
Wait, did you change it again? You're such a jerk. 37 champion. I'm not even 37 anymore. What the hell? Which can I just say right now as I'm talking? I'm just not. I never do this. I really never do this, but I am so pissed off at my league that I am the champion for because they still have a stupid kicker on their goddamn squad. Not only do they have a kicker, but it's still standard scoring, and I'm still champion because they all suck. So if you want a shot at this, you got to change the scoring and get rid of the fucking kicker. What are you doing? Change my name back.
What was
Are
it?
you taking it back?
I'm taking it back.
I don't know what it was.
272 champion.
Corrected. There you go.
187? No, that's fine because I'm going to murder all my league mates for being complete jerks for not voting to get rid of the kicker. Ugh!
All right.
We don't need a kicker in fantasy football. I got nothing.
So in like the span of 2 minutes, Ozzy added 150 onto his 160 onto his 50 onto his number. You went from 37 to 187.
Okay, yeah, very funny mathematician. All right, anything else for this week? I gotta say, so before, actually, you guys have anything else before we head out for the week?
Oh, just like this movie's hands down a 5. Like, yeah.
Do we not go through the ratings?
You did.
Oh, well, there we go.
It's so
Greg,
fun to talk about this movie.
rate?
Like, how can you not want to keep talking about how great this film is?
Right. Now, but that's obvious a 5 from Greg. Todd?
Oh, okay. I'm getting asked to. I wasn't sure.
Oh,
I'm absolutely a 5. I love this movie. I know I'm going to watch it again before I go see the new one. I'll watch both the first two.
Yeah.
Absolutely looking forward to that. And again, if you haven't seen it, by all means, check it out as soon as possible. Even if you haven't seen it in a while, check it out before you see the third one, because you're going to want to see the third one, I'm pretty sure. And actually, now that we got the ratings out of the way, now I got to ask you guys, do you guys have anything else before we head out for the week?
No, just enjoy Clerks 3. Like, for sure.
And ladies and gentlemen, just got to say that in case you are in the area of Orange County and you would be interested in playing some trivia hosted by me, I'll be hosting trivia tomorrow. That will be September 13th, September 14th, September 15th, Tuesday at the brewery in Placentia, Wednesday, Griffin's Grill in Los Alamitos. Sorry, brewery will be at 7 o'clock, Griffin's Grill 7:30, and the Honey Pot Meadery in Anaheim at 7:30. And Tuesdays and Thursdays are those musical clues that are completely contextual, and $20 goes to the person who correctly guesses why I picked the last song for the last question. Still hasn't been claimed because I'm champion. Trophy.
But there's no
Was
kicker
that too much?
in that trivia.
I'm sorry?
But there's no kicker in that trivia. It should work out.
I swear to God. I need to make a documentary about why we need to remove the kicker from fantasy football.
Man,
I
Pat
can't wait to
McAfee's
not
gonna
watch it.
Come over and smack you.
Okay.
Take one of
First
your
off,
belts.
Todd, shut up. What was that, Greg?
I said Pat McAfee's going to come around and
Okay.
smack
Well,
you and take one of your belts.
He's a punter, which was already
kicks.
not in.
He kicks.
He's a punter, so
Yeah.
he was never involved in fantasy football. So if you guys don't have anything else, oh my
they
gosh,
should
man.
put punters in the game. Let's do punters in fantasy football.
Greg, you're being ridiculous. But one final thing. This Saturday, September 10th, I'll be in Buena Park, California for 3PWA, Home of the Brave. Be sure to check that out. Bell time begins at 6 p.m. Again, Buena Park, California at the American Legion Post. Head to the Facebook page, 3PWA, for more information. All right.
Todd will be there too.
Yeah, Todd will be there too. I mean,
maybe.
You're not going to want to say hi because he's going to be a jerk. So
it's not. It's all right. You can come say hello.
Now, anything else before we head out for the week?
Good, man.
All right, be sure to check us next week. We'll have a new episode. We'll be reviewing and discussing one of your favorite comedies. We'll see what it is next week. But for right now, that's Greg, world famous juggler, Flesh Wound producer Todd, and I'm Ozzy Veed. We'll see you next week right here on Flesh Wound Farce.